Hey guys, it's me, 80 Today, guys, we have some breaking news here that Usman Dembele is looking like he'll leave the club on a free. So if you're new around here, I recommend you hit the subscribe button down below. I do cover a lot of football content here. There is a channel preview that is just tailored for you to know what this channel is really about. I go more in depth than what specific topics I cover in this channel. I recommend you check that video. I'll put in the annotations below, and I recommend you look at that video. Anyways, without further ado, let's go and get started. So make sure you guys like this video as well, comment down below your thoughts, and let's get back to the video. So let's go and talk about what Fabrizio Romano is saying on Twitter, because he's a very renowned news journalist and everything. So let's see what he's saying on here, okay? So it says right here, why Dembele will sign only if Barca plays what he wants. It's also about what Barca plans about paying 55 million for Ferran Torres, but plus planning for important deals next summer. It means Barca have budgeted to pay salary asked by Usman if they really want him to stay. It seems not very complicated. Usman Dembele situation. The situation real dangerous. Jared Moreno reported more. Meeting between Dembele agent and Barca today. Barca told they're not able to give him the salary he wants. Game over. Usman's only open to talks only at his conditions. Now very complicated. So let's go and look at what Jared Romano tweeted out, because I think he's the one that actually started this whole thing. He's a very much reliable news reporter. Let me see what he says here. So where does it say? Is there any like article, any link, anything like that? Reshad also has a good one. Let me show you. Let me see what Reshad's saying on Twitter. Okay, so it also says here, this is the exact message coming from those close to Usman Dembele. They tell us that there was no money for the renewal we want, but they want to sign Haaland. Okay. Barcelona believe their offer to Dembele is already high. As the years would go by, he would be more paid. He would end up being paid more than what he currently earns. His agent believes he deserves more than that. CK Rodriguez. And then it says right here, where is it? Dude, there's a lot of Dembele news reported. Just trying to see. There's right here. So yeah, everything indicates Dembele. Okay. He will not renew. Not renew his contract, just and Dembele will not be renew his contract. And yeah, so it's a really, really interesting situation. So let me give you guys my take on this whole thing and everything like that. For me, I rate Usman Dembele. Usman Dembele, for me, is a very important player for this team. And I know people like to criticize him, like to make fun of him. I know people like to call him injury prone and everything like that. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Whether you like it or not, Dembele is still a very valuable, is still one of our most. We paid a lot of money for him. We paid a $120 million. I know he hasn't really delivered and fulfilled the standards that we'd like for him to achieve at this club, but we have to take this into account. If we don't renew him, he's going to leave on a free. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't want him to go for a free, especially paying that kind of money for him. And let's be real, guys. Let's be real. Even if we do sell him, I don't think we're going to get nearly as much as we paid for him. We're going to get like 50 million at the max, And I just think that for me, Dembele, is a player that's very important because he adds so much unpredictability to the attack. He adds so much pace in behind, and he's very ambidextrous. He can play on the left, he can play on the right, and he's been very, very important. His pace in behind. We've seen games this season where his presence alone just changes the team. Look at what happened against Benfica, for example. With him, we looked a lot more dynamic. You look at the game against Sevilla, he was pretty good at it. You look at the game against Elche, he's been pretty good. He's actually been putting more decent performances. It's just that his goals and assists have been underwhelming. He just hasn't got the finishing touch. But as far as like driving play is concerned and creating play, I think he's very important for this team. And like I said before, guys, Usman Dembele for me is a player that is very important for the team. And I know people say, "Oh, what about his injuries? He's injury prone." Well, I think his injuries will now be less reduced because keep in mind, guys, last season that injury he had, it wasn't the major injury he had last season wasn't really a major injury. That was with the France national team, and that was in the Euros. So if you look at it, I think he only missed 2 weeks. I want to say like he had like a small injury. It wasn't too bad. He didn't have a long-term injury at Barca last season, so you can tell that he's more committed to the club. He's more determined, and he wants to stay at this club. And it seems like to me the only reason he's not going to renew is because he wants more money. His agent wants him to get more money, and obviously we know the Barca situation financially is turmoil. Obviously we know we can't really make that kind of signings, and it's just very disappointing because, like I said before, guys, I think Dembele for me is a very important player in that. For those people that are very happy that he's leaving, I don't really agree with that. I'm sad in a way because I do think that Dembele for me is a player that is very important, like I said. And I know people will not really take me seriously, but when you see him balling for these other teams, like, I've been hearing reports that Liverpool is now interested, Bayern Munich's now interested, Chelsea is interested. There's probably some other teams you can mention. And I just think that for me, he is a very important player for Barcelona, and he is a player that we have to respect. So we'll see what happens in the January transfer window. If he's not going to renew, he has to go in the January transfer window. I hope we can sell him and get someone else for that position, or you maybe use some academy players. Like I said, it's going to be interesting because, like I said, guys, this Dembele for me is a very important player, and I don't care what anyone says. So I'm gonna hope to God that he renews because I would like for him to renew, honestly. But at this rate, man, I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens because remember, guys, Dembele was very close to leaving last summer. Not this summer. That just happened the summer before. Remember, he was rumored to go to United, and I believe on deadline day, United pulled back. So I wouldn't be surprised he goes to Manchester United. So let's just see what happens, man. I'll try to get more follow-ups as news whenever I can. And this is a huge news, guys. Huge, huge news indeed. So if you're a Barcelona fan, please comment down below your opinions on Dembele. And if you're a rival fan, I want you to comment down below. Would you take Dembele at your club? Would you take Dembele at your club? Very, very interesting news ahead. Like I said, I'm going to be leaving the Rashad Rahman's and Fabrizio Romano's Twitter page in the description below so you guys can check them out. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for today, guys. Hope you guys do enjoy this quick little news update. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out. And make sure you guys check out my other platforms. Listen to the description below. And if you guys do enjoy the content, I really do recommend you hit the subscribe button. See you guys later. Peace out.